Oh wait, no, is this Dear Silas? Oh no, this is Niall's house. Let's fucking go. Let's have some fun with this. Now I need to know what I need to know to do. I forget the name of Unreal Engine. Unreal Assets. Let's go. Wiki content item category, crest category. This should be crest should be crest should be nested within items. Bum 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 bum. Huh. Something it disconnected for a moment. That's weird. Alright, so what should I do next? What should I do first? Let's just go through things one at a time. If I already have a listing for it, then just ignore it. I know I have this. I know I do not have hunt. I don't know if I should give it these, but I'll definitely make it passive. Alright, let's go. Let's skip Stellaris. Oh, Safer James, come on, let's go. Oh, 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 oh. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome. What do you want inside? Well, I feel the passing good enough to serve you, my son. Maybe it's design. Damn it. This should be a common. Damn it. Oh dear, let me see those. No, pass you guys before coming. You're a villainous thing, got out of living alive. Oh dear, let's remove those smelly clothes. Cause you're a villainous thing that I don't think anyone knows. Oh. Where's
Glory for the world, let it be a tragedy of love and glory while they wait by gates of pearl. We'll be building palaces in
purgatory? Oh dear, let them see those pretty guys. Cause you're a villainous thing and cannot live in the life. Oh dear, let's remove those pretty clothes. Cause you're a villainous thing that I don't think anyone knows. Damn it, I keep doing that. Oh, you will find forever after you. It's where you're looking for. You want a bit, you. Yep. Oh, dear, let you see those funky eyes. Cause you're a villainous thing and we can't have you living the life. Oh, dear, let you move those pretty clothes. You're a villainous thing, and I don't think anyone knows. Not what I wanted. I fucked up. Oh well, I'll fix it later. How do I delete? Got it. That was simple. Century Self-War, done, 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 live stream. Just faster type it all out. No fuck ups. Longbow. Just getting it ready. Hello. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
That's my thing. I just saw you here, like, it's over. Oh, we did the 17th. Except for this channel. Yes, can pop up.
I get you. I'm streaming the building of the wiki right now. So
3 days.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna play, well, at least I'm gonna play like a motherfucker, man. I'm gonna do some hardcore playing.
having streaming issues is so interesting. I'm excited enough to be working on this thing. So yeah.
Oh, you're doing the wiki.
Yeah, that's what I said. Streaming the wiki.
Oh man, that's actually fucking nice, man.
It's very easy, but it's very tedious.
Oh yes, documenting everything and stuff can get boring. Well, at least you have a deeper knowledge of the equipment in the game.
This is all going through one eyeball and out my fingers. Like, I just see the items. I'm just trying to do copy pasta mostly. Plus, a lot of these items are gonna be working different on launch.
Well, I guess yes, it's on early access, so a lot of change might happen.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can. I'm trying to. I'm trying to sync up. I think I forgotten the password. So, oh, okay, let me check.
No worries. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of Twitch.
That's
I do have
fine.
an account, but okay, man. Man, so yeah, like I was saying, I'm excited as hell. I've been playing since the well, I played Paragon back in the day on 2016
Yeah.
PS4. I enjoyed that like a little kid. And when the game died, I was kind of sad because it was the only MOBA I played. So
Yeah, I get that. I played back when that was on PS4. So I'm excited too.
okay. So. I think this was my username. Let's try it.
Ooh, this is new. There we go.
So yeah, but like I the last since they changed a lot. Well, they changed the map and they changed the way the items work. The last thing they used were cards, right? Back in Paragon.
Yeah, you had to like buy card packs and stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yep.
I guess it was like a last attempt to make the game profitable, but
It helps a little bit. Like, no. It wasn't to make the game more profitable. Like, it was literally the very beginning of the design. It launched like that. I need to start nesting better category. I need to start doing extra work. All right, let's start with this one. Ah, damn it. Nope, that's not it.
know when the purchases of the early access are available, like the bundles?
It drops live on
First, 1st of December, right?
yeah, they can't it's something with Steam. I think they can't do pre-orders for early access bundles unless you're like a big enough game or whatever. Alright, time to I have to go back and do a lot of work because I messed up. Consumable, consumable, consumable. Don't need to do anything with that 'cause
Finally, I got my account. God damn.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Follow.
Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. Mana regen,
Yeah,
just
man.
go back to
Thank you for doing the wiki. That stuff is useful, especially when you first start playing. You are a little bit lost.
yeah, it's not that difficult. It's just like I said, tedious. So I thought it'd be a little bit easier if I started streaming it, even if like I only got what right now I have 4 viewers and probably two of those are bots, maybe I don't know. But I got a bunch of people talking with me the other day, and it was fun. So I think it's a good idea. Right now I have to go through and add categories to.
Time since the last time they let us play, like it was mid.
April.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's been months. Oof, I don't even remember. Damn, but I guess they've been putting in a lot of work. Well, especially I think since studios like put money on it. Well, I don't know for a fact if they did put money, but I think so. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like Epic Games, I don't know if it was a new back then.
No, Epic Games has nothing to do with
No?
Predecessor. No, not at all.
Oh shit. Then I had a wrong idea then.
It might have been on their platform. I mean, when the game goes live, it's going to be released on both Epic Game Store and Steam.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think I like, or at least a guy that developed the game back in, like joined the team or something like that.
Yeah, there's a playtest back in April. April, May, June.
Hmm.
It was one of those.
Oh yeah, yeah. I played all the playtests, like the one before the last one, like that we couldn't play. The servers were Pepega. I don't know if you experienced that.
I did not. I have a very weird eclectic nature. I've been around since the very first playtest, but whenever a playtest release, because I know it's a playtest and not indicative of like a release game, I can only play for a little bit, give my like thoughts on it to like their you're supposed to put in the information like what you feel about it, how was it,
Mm.
so I only do it for like one. I only play like a day's worth of games and I uninstall it because I can only give so much before like I start getting driven by hype. But with everything that I played, everything just looks better and better. I mean, I like it enough to be doing this tedious work, so
Yeah, that's nice.
uh, the
So,
the thing that sucks about doing all this work now is I'll have all the pages built for when the game comes out. But a lot of these things are being changed. There's items that probably don't even exist anymore. One of the devs came into the chat the other day and talked about a new item for one of the crests. I'm just like, well, what did that replace? So I have to just like I'm gonna have to come back through and change things, but it's all right. Someone's got to do this job.
yeah, yeah. No, I have. Maybe I'm too driven by the hype, but I have a lot of good expectations about it. I know the team has been putting on a lot of work, and well, the last playtest that I played, it was practically the same as Parallel, at least used to be.
And
Yeah,
it was after that playtest that they changed everything to Unreal 5 too, and they're confident that it didn't push back their schedule or anything.
oh, it's running on Unreal 5 now.
Yep.
Nice, 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 nice.
On with my OBS today.
Like they released the game, but for what I've seen, the playability isn't that great.
What? No, Fault's dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
You're talking. You're probably talking about Overprime.
Fault, Elder Orb, Her, Strange Matter Studios.
Yeah.
Mostly negative. Well, at least the recent.
What is going on with my?
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know what they've done, but they put it free to play. Actually, it was paid before, so it doesn't matter.
No,
I think
Fault is dead. Like, oh, this is what happened. All right, this is what's going on. I have too many processes going. I'm sorry, I'm listening to you. There's my stream just died on me for no reason. Anyways, no, yeah, Fault died, and it kind of sucks. But they pushed it out to market too fast. You might be talking about Overprime. Also, we can talk about whatever. You still there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can talk about whatever in here. It's my, I mean, it's my stream. It's not theirs.
Okay, okay.
God, why did I? That's the wrong thing.
I don't know. I haven't played it, but yeah, for what I've heard. But man, I'm so fucking happy. I remember Sawen since because they closed the game. I knew. Well, I think they put all the assets for free. They made the assets open source, the characters and all.
Yep.
And I won't forget, man. A fucking Chinese video game, mobile game app that used Greystone. They used the Greystone asset as the main character, man.
I mean,
It was kind of depressing.
I mean, bullets per minute uses one of the Paragon assets.
Excuse me, what?
You know the game BPM?
No.
It was the Doom clone where you have to shoot the gun and reload the gun and beat to the music.
Hmm.
Let me show you. Are you on the stream?
Bullet per minute. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it right now. Yeah, I'm watching the game. Okay, if you want to put it on screen. So that's it. The presentation is like that. I don't remember the name. The character that was half angel, half demon.
Yeah, who was it? I have the asset store up right here. Seraph. They use Seraph in this game. It was a great game.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of sort of jungle back in the day. Man, this character was busted. It was a little hard, but man, that ability that made her invincible was busted. If you had right time.
Right. But yeah, that's a game that uses Paragon assets. So it's kind of cool, you know.
Hmm.
I'm excited to see what people do with the game. I want to play Paragon though. I mean, or I guess I should say Predecessor now. Right?
Yes. Yes. Predecessors. Oh, without defending my. Oh man. So yeah, I think I'm gonna buy the legendary bundle.
Oh,
I don't know if I
the
should do it, but it is tempting me hard by buying the legendary bundle, especially because I don't know, man. The skins are exclusive, and I don't know. I'm a big fan, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that. Nisa, I didn't know that Sevarog was one of the bosses. I never got far in that game. I always like playing Doom clones. Someone mentioned something in the chat. I always like playing Doom clones, but I'm like bad at them.
Oh man, another character that was busted several.
You just had to have one person on your team like hard counter them, really, right?
Yeah. But actually, what could hard counter several?
Well, it depends on what Sev's actually doing, but they do ability damage primarily because they have to feed their stacks.
Hmm.
I
But
just don't remember that, Nisa. Oh my gosh.
I remember I remember in one of the playtests that they had this item, Stormbreak. I don't know if it was called that. When you basic attacked, it did like an electric change damage, and it gave you attack speed and ability power. Man, it was busted with Zoro. It was broken as hell.
Yeah, but he would melt to like a proper. What I do? He would melt like if you properly focused him, right? Because if he's building like strong, like if he's ignoring like all defenses, just getting crit attack on any of the carry or the specifically carry, you want to stay away from him. So getting like crit works if they're not
Yeah,
building
but
armor. If they're building armor, then penetration, like, but you have to like dedicate a
Murdoch,
person. So I guess that is a little bit busted, but I don't know.
Murdoch might be
Yeah.
a hard counter, maybe. Well, Murdoch or maybe an ADC that has mobility because Murdoch likes that, and it's kind of hard to. If it is a good Zoro, he will land the CC and you're done basically.
Right. And crawl back into bed. I can't move at all. It's on my head.
Okay, let me check the characters. Let's see. 'Cause I remember some of them, but
One thing I'm gonna bug. What do you mean? Why did it? Women and children. That was weird. Taste the cocaine, makes it all the pain, dang, bang, Frank Ocean and Boy Scouts. Mystery things, what's up?
Chimera. Hey, hello.
Yeah. With Chimera, go ahead.
Yeah, Chimera is also a character that I mean it can get control easier than Zero, but it's also kind of busted. Especially because it is easy as fuck to play. It is like the only thing that you have to consider is not to waste your jump. Just wait for the enemy you're engaging to use any sort of moving ability, and then you jump on him.
Yeah. Well, I think they changed some of Chimera's stuff from what that last reveal, just a little bit. They made his jump a little bit more manageable, I think, from if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like oh no, Mike, I don't. I don't have much time left. I have what 76 hours. And then I have to like make a bunch of pages that are just going to be placeholders for whenever the heroes launch or whenever the game launches because we don't have the information on the heroes yet. So I can't like give them actual proper information.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, someone was talking in chat.
Don't worry. Man, I remember Grooks. I don't know what's the binding for PC, but the
What the fuck?
square ability in Paragon that you could pull enemies like from a kilometer away.
Yeah.
It was busted. I remember playing with a friend. Like I would pick Grooks or he would pick Grooks, and the other one Chimera, and we went mid, and he pulled him over, and with Chimera it was just pa 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 pa, easy kill. The range was big,
Nah,
big, big.
I did not mean
Oh,
to.
and Quank, man, I loved Quank. That character, oh, it was nasty as hell. I don't know if you remember him, the guy that could drop the sword on the ground and then with the ult teleport back to it.
Yeah.
It was ultra busted.
He didn't work right in Overprime, so I don't remember him from way back when. So when I recently tried playing him in Overprime, because I remember I liked playing him in the past, he was just janky.
Hmm.
But I do like the sword abilities. You have to play him like you're playing a fighting game, right?
Well, yes. I mean, it, I don't know. I remember that
You need to
he
delete
wasn't
this page.
as strong as Chimera or Grooks, but he was eh, he was okay. I mean, you could do a lot of outplays with his abilities. It was nice. Yeah, I think Overprime. No, I told you before. Yeah, Paragon Overprime. No, I wasn't talking about Overprime before. It is launching 8th of December. Yeah, I was talking about Fault. That is another company doing the Paragon, but yeah, this one is dead. I
Yeah.
just they put. Well, I don't know. I just wanna play like a little kid, man. I just wanna enjoy like back in the old days. Like fun fact, Grayson wasn't in Paragon. It was a release hero. It didn't come with the game originally, but it was
I
one of
know.
the first heroes that they released. I started playing back in that time.
I started playing. Yeah, I was playing back at launch. I liked it when they released Stinging Scorch.
Oh man, that's another character that is nasty, nasty.
Well, it depends. He kept on getting reworked, so we'll see what they do with him in this game. He was my favorite person to jungle with, though.
Yeah, I remember playing him tank. It was nasty, ultra nasty playing him tank. But yeah, and well, what was your main? Your main
Steel.
character? Still,
Yep. I like simple characters that can do a lot of dumb stuff.
yeah. Mm, I used to play a lot of Chimera
Yep.
because it is easy, and Feng Mao. I think Feng Mao is one of the characters that I play the most. I love the TP ability he has.
Yeah, I don't. Is Feng Mao one of the confirmed 20? I don't think
Yeah,
so.
Feng Mao. Yeah, Feng Mao. I think it was on the play test before. It should be.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, like they changed his abilities, his TP.
Well,
I remember.
hold up. Well, Mike, maybe we have to set it up so that we can make the API update everything in here. But we're hoping that me and the person who started this wiki a year ago, we're going to start working on HTML and get ready to like produce like an actual thing that's not the fandom wiki. Maybe Jungle Camp, but better. So like we can have the entire API connect to that and update it like a Smite Fire or whatever. But this is just what we have for now. We don't know if they're going to release an API anytime before they release the ranked matchmaking or anything. So we're just going to start building stuff in the background. But when they do release it, even if we would have to do work to automatically update the stuff, like we'd have to build like something. Hey man, I like putting in the work to make sure that I'm getting stuff done, to put it mildly. Anyways, what were you saying, Sosa?
Yeah, that they changed abilities. I used to maxi teleport first and build here for mentality and curve, and he used to one shot like that.
Yeah.
But it was less kind of good.
Whenever I played carry, I liked playing as Sparrow, so I like playing my glass cannons.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of Murdoch. Carry. I think it was the Murdoch and well, when they released Revenant, it was busted, so I used to play it. I saw a lot of Seraphim Jungle. It was funny. It's a funny character.
Those are all planned, Mike. Yeah, I mean that's like the main thing that MOBAs have, right? It's custom drafting and builds on like a fan site. But yeah, that's what our plan is, Mike. But that's just what we'll be working on in the background. I'm not the best at. I know how to HTML, but I'm not the best at coding, and I have friends I want to bug about it. Anyways, sorry, Sosa.
Don't worry.
I don't think anybody's like. So I have a theory about characters being broken at launch. I don't think characters are often broken at launch. I think that people just aren't used to them being around and what they can do, so they're just easier to like get kills with. Like Murdoch, he was busted, but because he just didn't have like a kit, so it's like, wait, he just does one thing? Yeah, but he like does it so good. Imagine dealing with somebody that can just shoot through a wall and you can't get to. Like, how do you deal with that? Right?
Yeah, I remember you, but especially back in the day, like you could Murdoch early game was ultra weak. Like
Yep.
As soon as he got a couple cards or items, he was kind of busted. I remember one shot hit Muriels. Literally one shot with that basic attack.
Well, that's good though because there's two types of characters in the game, right? There's three. There's early game, there's ramp, and then there's the ones that maintain themselves. Like they're strong. They're not busted in either way. So a good early game character is Twin Blast. But a good late game character that's not good at early game is Sevarog, because Sevarog isn't good until he has like all of his stuff, right?
At least until level 6 that you can do some sort of outplays with the ults. Yeah, you are kinda you just stick to farm the passive and that's it. It's like Nasus in League of Legends. Kind of. I don't know if you play League of Legends.
Not. I played it once or twice, but I don't have the knowledge of the characters.
Yeah, I used to play it. The whole that Paragon left on me, I had to refill it with something. But yeah, no, not a good thing. It's the most toxic game.
I got you.
But yeah, no, I think that was a good point that no, at least not all characters are broken at launch. They are, people is just not used to playing against them.
Yeah.
Not have a specific strategy, so they might struggle a little and say that it's faster. But that's what, I hope they don't do this, like Activision for example, that they release something new, paid of course, and it is busted like the first week. Boom, it encouraged people to buy it.
Yeah. I know that's like the theory, but I've played Smite at least, and I watched League of Legends. So even though I don't have like the understanding, I've seen new characters release and no one play them. I've seen new characters release and they just don't work. I don't think it happens all the time. I don't think it's done intentionally. Is my point. Like I honestly think it's an accident, but I can't say for sure because there is the money incentive. You know. God.
But for the moment, they cannot mess up with new characters. They have a lot of characters to build.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm just hesitant about. I'm from the fighting game community. I've seen broken. I have seen broken. I'm hesitant to call anything broken until like there's a reason to.
Yeah, I think I was talking before about it. A character that kind of maintains throughout the game is Kalari. Well, early she might be a little squishy, but well, she's basically nippy. Kalari is beast.
Well, I'd say that she's an early game character myself because of how she can go in and gank you at level 2 and like you can probably die. But like in late game where there's primarily team fights, she can't really hold her own entirely, and like she can't if you see her coming.
Yeah, team fights.
Yeah.
Assassins.
And that's like the whole late game stuff. Like if you compare Grux or Kalari, right? Grux isn't that good early game, but I think he like has a good he has a good curve. He does not like a ramp. He just takes a second. Kalari can like fuck you up early game. Grux can do some damage, and then you have like several. Fuck, what was the other guy's name? Grux, Kalari, Kamari? Chimera. He's best when he has his entire kit. Like, I don't think he's a ramp. I think there's actually very little ramp in this game, honestly. Murdoch. Let's see. Sevrog.
Gadget, I think is.
Nah, I would say I'll allow it.
Yeah, but if you play a team fight, the ultimate is must have.
Yeah.
I think better than Gideon in my opinion. It's ultimate because she is not exposed and the area is bigger. And yeah, just to solve it's amazing. A character that I saw weak, it's Howitzer, man. Like, yeah, it is. I think it's one of the hardest mid lane characters because it has a lot of skill shots. But
Yeah.
I don't think you aiming those skill shots precisely rewards you enough. Like damage isn't that great. Like you could literally do the same damage with Gadget or Gideon with an AoE attack. Especially Gadget that if you throw him a millimeter close to his feet, that robot attacks the guy and it's inevitable damage.
I don't.
Maybe it's a little boof on skill shots.
No, I understand. And this is all just based on like what the older characters what the characters used to do. I can't wait to play my boy, my Steel.
Yeah, it still was busted, man. The last playtest, it was fun as hell. I played him in support and top laner, it was fun. It's still early game, hard counter several a lot.
I personally think that the better counter for Sevrog in solo lane is Muriel. I know that sounds weird. Well, it's because she can put shields on the minions, and if she does that just right, Sevrog can't feed as fast. Right?
Yeah, but like the problem with that is that your mana is going to die. Basically, that Muriel uses a lot of mana early game, and I don't know. In the long term, but maybe it could work actually. You can frustrate him a lot. Yeah. they confirmed. I, I think they confirmed characters in the Q&A they released.
Well, they have the 20 confirmed, and they say that the one character is going to be there at launch. Not at launch, but it's in the first month. Codename Countess. Someone in the chat's going to correct me. It's either Huntress or Countess. Countess.
Countess.
Countess.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that character.
Wait, no. Countess is an OG character, right?
Well, kind of. No, not really. Like she was released in 2020, so she had been.
No problem, Davey. Dave. It's still in production, Dave, so I'm sorry. And before there, Dave is a troll that just wants to delete a bunch of pages. Actually, I can do that. I can fix that.
You start getting 100,000 of requests to the wiki.
Yeah, I gotta start working on this. I'll fix it later. If I have to redo all this work, I'll do it. I'll just milk it for more streams. I'll just know to make sure that I do it protected next time.
I'm excited. I think the first days I'm going to play a lot. Well, I have already like 24 hours or so, like the last a couple of playtests.
Yeah.
I have 23 hours. Yeah, one change that actually surprised me is that they made Fate a mid character, a mid lane character.
The Fae? Well, I think that she wasn't she originally designed as a mid laner.
I think she was designed as support.
That doesn't seem like her kid at all. But I don't know. I'm bad. I'm bad at remembering things that used to be the case.
I remember that I played her support, but maybe I was doing it wrong.
There's no playing character wrong. If you can make it work, you're playing it right.
Gideon jungle. Let's go.
I mean, I played Steel Jungle.
Oh man, I remember one match I had the cards for ADC and I picked Gideon and I was literally doing basic attacks with Gideon. Like I was a crit attack speed and damage with Gideon.
That doesn't. That sounds rough.
Yeah, no, it was horrible, but I somehow got fed and actually was playable. But yeah, it was horrible.
Making so many different fucking categories.
Man, I remember Morgesh. Do you remember her? I
No,
think that was
I have a bad memory.
the Voodoo character. Like her ultimate was like she wrapped a Voodoo toy and stab it, and a big ass shadow came to the enemy and stab him.
That sounds like fun.
Well, that character was, I think it was one of the most broken.
So if every character's broken, is any character broken?
Well, there were some. I remember Twin Blast, like the last couple of months of the game. It was trash. They destroyed Twin Blast. It wasn't playable at all.
Yeah. Devs have a really tough time like discerning the difference between high play rate and like wins being like whether or not the character is actually busted or good, or whether or not it's just a popular character.
No, but I remember playing him, and it was like you had to be fed in order to actually compete. That's the last thing I remember. And man, there were some characters that were actually hard, like the girl with the whip. I don't know what that's called in
Girl
Japan.
with the whip. Nyx? Did she have a whip?
I don't remember her name. I
No,
think
she had a weird gun.
Jin,
Oh.
with Y. Yeah, I remember she was good, but you had to play her good. Yeah, but yeah.
I'm sorry.
But man,
I'm just a little bit. I'm just kind of like trying to speed through this.
don't worry.
I'm not. I'm
I
not
can
trying.
help you out.
I'm listening to everything you're saying. I'm not trying to ignore you or nothing. You're
Yeah,
giving a better talk than what I would do alone. I would just
don't worry.
try to sing along badly to my songs.
Yeah, don't worry, man. What time is it over there? I see it's like
No.
4 p.m.
Yeah, it's 4:40.
Yeah, man. Over here it's like, well, it's 12 p.m. 12:42 p.m. It's fucking late here.
I hope I'm not keeping you up.
No, no, don't worry. I'm here with you, man. I'll go to bed at 11, so it's fine. So yeah, we won't be playing on the same servers, I guess.
Hey, you never know. I might run around just to annoy the people in other markets. Okay, I just want to double check the longbow real quick. Plus, I have big plans for this community. I am someone that likes to start. I'm someone that likes to organize things with people.
Yeah, that tournament could happen. I remember there were actually tournaments, Valorant, like professional
Yep.
people playing.
You don't need to be professional to be in a tournament. That's what I think is. I want people to be able to like participate in like a tournament setting, but not have to feel like. Give me a second. Passive, common, physical power. All right. I want people to be able to like experience tournaments and rank stuff like in an organized manner, without having to feel like it's a professional 100% thing. My favorite thing about the fighting game community, or just like any like grassroots like tournament scene, is that you don't need to be like at the top of the top to do it. So my desire is to like do something to be able to give people that like maybe in bronze rank, be like, hey, there's a bronze rank tournament. Grab your boys or your girls, grab your party, grab your friends, and here's a tournament for people of this rank. I want people to like have fun and be active, even if I have to put in something my out of my pocket, because I enjoy doing that. But that's not anytime soon. That's not till like wait until ranked, at the very least.
I guess rank matchmaking isn't available in the early access.
It will eventually. It won't be at launch, but we have skill-based matchmaking on launch, so that like actually will make sure that people are being matched even in casual play with people that are their skill level, which is what any good game should have. Not having rank doesn't mean it's not competitive. Sorry, I know that you weren't making that argument. There were some people that was being mean the other day.
Oh, I don't know if you remember this character, Things. It was one of the last characters they released. Like she could shield herself according to the mana she had, or she could mitigate damage according to the damage she had, to the mana she had.
Sphinx. I don't remember. I stopped playing around the time Monolith dropped. They just changed it to a game I don't want to play anymore.
Oh yeah, they keep in the they keep in the OG map. No,
They remade.
the new map. Yeah, they remade it right.
Yeah, it looks different, but it has the same feel as the old map. It's like a proper like evolution of what that old map should have been. You know.
Yeah, I remember the OG map, jungle section, especially near to the mid lane, that you can do the jumps at least with Gideon or Fengmao,
Yep.
and jump straight back, straight into the lane.
God, I'm gonna have to come through this and like change everything, and I'm gonna hate it. But gotta start somewhere.
So I think it will be useful for a lot of people. So
Yeah. I'm gonna put in a big banner across every page. Created by Midnight Blue. Follow and subscribe.
yeah, man, I actually giving you my Prime subscription, but I couldn't.
No. Don't. I don't want you. I can't even get a Prime subscription yet. No. I meant subscribe on YouTube. I plan on. I've been dual streaming. I want when the game launches, I'll be dual streaming the game everywhere, and hopefully that goes well. If it doesn't, oh well. But yeah, no, I'm not even an affiliate yet.
So don't say that out loud because you can get banned on Twitch for that.
Banned on? No, you can't. Twitch. You only get banned on Twitch if you have a contract with Twitch saying that you're streaming through YouTube. That you can't stream anywhere else.
Okay.
But they removed that from most of their contracts.
Okay.
Trust me, I know my legal protections.
What's the same name on YouTube, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here.
I mean, try not to find where I live. I wanna feel like I'm thumb down. I'm gonna get stuck now. Stop
Do you have
feeling
a
invincible.
direct link to it because I can find.
Really? Yeah, I'm like, I only have one subscriber. Impossible, hey, feeling invincible. Nothing to change your dreams. Somebody like it, change yourself. Yeah, I put in this voice chat. There, you know how that. I can't do that. I'll just post it in the fucking. I mean, you can see it. It's right here. I don't know how to. You don't have to subscribe.
Yeah, no, but okay.
I can post. I guess I can post it in the Twitch chat and delete it.
Appreciate it. Oh no, don't worry, I found it. Oh, nice. Subscribe.
I can't delete it. Oh well.
You want me to spam in order to?
Oh, I deleted it. It's cool. I'm gonna fly right now. I'm gonna see when you always get down.
By the way, I don't know. Well, if you wanna answer you don't want to answer, that's okay. Like, I guess you are working related with computers, right?
Nope. Well, I mean, in the military, I worked on electronics.
You've been to the military.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to do this. Change your dreams. I'm going to do something. How do I? So I have an issue. How do I? I think your dreams.
By the way, which antivirus do you use? You use the Windows Defender.
Yeah, I use
No,
Windows Defender and a couple of VPNs.
I recommend you to, like, if you have resources or if you don't, I recommend you to use another. If you like, how can I explain this? I work in the cybersecurity world, I guess I could say. Well, I'm still a newbie, but yeah, I can tell you that. I mean, if you don't do sketchy things, don't even worry. But like, Windows Defender is kind of trash. Like I've bypassed it a couple of times.
I also worked a little bit in cybersecurity with a military job. I know that Windows Defender is trash, but it's trash for corporations. Comparatively, companies, things like Avast and
No, Avast is, I think it's even worse.
yeah, Avast, McAfee, and any of the major ones that I have.
Of Kaspersky, I don't know if you
Yeah,
know.
I know.
It has a free version. Well, actually, I think there are Defender is on Black Friday, and you can get like a premium subscription for 10 year. And it has a built-in VPN and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it consumes less memory than Windows Defender. I think. I don't know for a fact. Yeah, like these guys are pretty awesome. They are on an organization anti-ransomware, so they have some advanced software, detection software.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like as you said, like a good attack is not going to target a single user unless you have fucked with the wrong country or you say bad things about China or stuff like that.
China's fine.
Yes, I know that. Yeah, Windows Defender kind of works. Yeah.
I don't. I'm. Wait, why did I have? Did I fuck up somewhere? No. Why did these have? No, I need to edit source.
Low.
Everybody.
Hello, dog.
So
You're on stream.
let's do it. I call jungle.
He called jungle.
Called jungle. Do some rampage.
Rampage jungle.
Sure.
Oh, I gotta go through all this again. I'm gonna deal with something else later.
Or I play Aurora support. How's that sound?
As long as you feel like you can do it, I don't care.
Oh, God damn, it's the hardest thing to do, and when you win, it's so rewarding because you just have to be good at Aurora.
Yeah.
Right? I tank the fuck up and put a little magic out there, and nobody can figure it out till the end.
Not right now, Jadis. I'm building the wiki, currently. We will be building a website later for this game, though.
Oh, for Predecessor?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, dog. Someone asked a question in Twitch.
Oh, this is... Oh, man, that's...
I said you were live! You're good, you can talk. I don't want you to... I don't want to do anything.
With streamers, it's just so hard to communicate sometimes.
Just say the...
Chatty person.
Just say the word.
So what kind of wiki you're put? So so you're gonna include quotes from Sun Tzu? What are you gonna do?
Not the start. I don't have his quotes.
Okay, so have you ever read Sun Tzu?
Oh wait, what?
There
Sorry,
are
I thought when you said Sun Tzu, I thought you said Feng Mao.
No, yeah, I know. I figured that out just before you. Yeah. So have you ever read Sun Tzu?
I read part of it. It was part of
Okay.
military training.
So there are a lot of parts that apply to mobile.
Yeah.
Yep. And my favorite concept is, as Sun Tzu says, easy ground is easily taken, and then taken from you.
Jadis, it's going to be similar to like Smitefire or other mobile websites. So it's going to have like access to the API. So like.
Oh no, I gotcha. But
Oh no, I mean, someone asked a question in the chat again.
oh no, so the reason I say mention Sun Tzu is because I get tired of people going all in, not understanding all in is also a loss in Paragon, depending on the situation.
Yeah, it's always depending.
But but depending, so hard ground is hard to take away from, right? So if you have to work to it, and then you have support you while you're there, that's hard. Can I see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I played a lot of MOBAs.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm an old school gamer, so you know, these concepts used to be talked about more, and I think they float around in video games, and no one really talks about it anymore. Everything's automated.
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
I think a lot of the concepts are still around. Built from short sword.
D&D just got really popular, didn't it? The past couple of years. That was crazy.
Yeah, I've been playing that since the mid 2000s, but I don't really like 5th edition.
It's not the game I used to play, I'll tell you that.
I mean, I have AD&D on my bookshelf behind me, so.
I have behind me Advanced D&D Monster Manual, the one with the really cool bad artwork.
Yeah.
That's my.
Hey guys, have you seen the video on YouTube that guy that was doing the same D&D match for 32 years or something like that?
Yeah,
Oh,
that video.
cool.
He keeps. That thing shows up every 5 years.
I have played with people like that who chronicle everything that goes on in their game, and they have a functioning world, as it were. So I have gamed with people like that.
God damn, man, that's some dedication.
The best DMs I've ever had masters in history, or archaeology, or sociology. Those were my best DMs I've ever had. Because we would draw on their historic knowledge on how things worked, and the worlds were so much more real and realistic. Oh, it was just beautiful.
I prefer playing Pathfinder 2nd edition myself.
So, for us, D&D used to mean all the role-playing games, not just D&D, because
I've always been annoyed with that because it's like saying I'm gonna go home and play on my Nintendo when I go grab my computer.
You gotta understand when we did that.
I know.
It was so hard to tell people what you were doing that being specific didn't help. But pointing at D&D, even if we're gonna, I'd say, hey, we're gonna go play D&D, but really we're gonna go play Star Wars role-playing system.
Yep.
Yeah, or GURPS. Ever play GURPS?
I have. I've played almost everything. I really
Oh, here's one. Rollmaster. Have you ever played Rollmaster?
It was one of the earliest ones I played.
Yeah. Oh, so you played with the old people first?
Nope.
No. Where'd you find your Rollmaster set? And please.
So there was a store in Henderson, Nevada, that just had classic books inside of it. I really liked tabletop RPGs when I was learning how to play it, so I would end up
You
playing
still
it.
have those books?
No, those weren't my books.
Damn it! I want to play Rollmaster, but I can't get the kit, right?
Yeah,
So I don't know if you can remember it. It's got tons and tons and tons of charts.
I remember. It's part of the reason why I did.
Charts. I want those charts. I want the actual game in my hand. That's what I really want.
I get you.
We used to call it Chart Master. Did you ever play Middle Earth role-playing system? It was based on
I've not played that one.
Rollmaster. What?
I've not played that one.
It you would play it in 2 seconds because it's based on Rollmaster. And we would go and grab the Rollmaster chart to kind of beef up the roll.
How did this not get created? Give me 1 second. I have a puzzle to solve. Internet Tonic's right here. Intellect.
Never played. Never played D&D
INTELLACT.
or games
No.
like that.
Say
That's
again?
curious.
I've never played D&D or games like that.
Have you ever watched a movie?
Well, yes.
Have you ever said to yourself, I wouldn't do that if I was the character. I'd do blah bitty blah, right? I'd jump out the window, or I'd. Have you ever said that during a movie? Like, that's not what I'd say. I'd say this to the character, right? Have you ever done that?
No, that's the wrong
Yeah,
word.
I know how is it played. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
know.
I'm saying if you've done that in a movie, then you play.
Mm.
It really is low entry to play a role-playing game.
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna leave. I have to go to sleep. It's 11 p.m. here, so gotta wake up early tomorrow. Nice having a talk with you.
It was nice chatting with you too, Sosa.
Have fun.
Uh,
Hey,
Jadis, bye. Jadis, from what we have with the jungle camp, the items are accurate as of the last playtest, but some of the items have changed. That's been confirmed by the developers. All I can do is create basically placeholders for the entire item system, so I can just go in and with a snap change whatever I need to change when the game launches. But no, my favorite system before Pathfinder 2nd Edition came out was Star Wars Saga.
I can't. I don't know the names of the Star Wars editions. I just.
Saga was
I know I played in the 80s. I mean the early 90s. I know I played Star Wars.
yeah, mine was way after that. My favorite it was from 2010. I've played every. I don't
Did
really.
all die 6? Was your game all die 6?
Nope.
Yeah. The game I played, you just rolled die 6.
Yep. They actually re-released that. You know that, right? That version.
Yeah. Yep. I am missing some of the older style role-playing games because we desired more rules at that time, right? But we played them as is, and we made them work. And some of that flexibility has evaporated in the games.
Yes and no. It depends on what you're looking at. I think 5th edition went more than when it was created. It was more flexible in theory, even though it. What do we say? 5th edition is a game that's rules heavy but pretends to be rules light, whereas Pathfinder 2nd edition, alternatively, if we're talking about D20 systems, is a game that has all the information on charts and everything that you need to know everything that's going to happen in the game, which makes it harder for entry for some people because it's like, well, I don't want like being told what to do. But if you actually, but when people give it a chance, it helps like knowing like, hey, I want to smash this door open. All right, give me a roll. I know exactly what you have to roll.
Well, that was how Rollmaster was.
Yep.
There was no unskilled check. You could figure out the skill level. You could bloop. It was all. Yeah, I'm also telling you about like backstories and modules and stuff like that that are out there. You know, I feel like a lot of people are locking into the D&D lore rather using D&D as the architecture to tell their own stories.
Yeah, right now I'm working on becoming a paid GM as well. Because I write pretty in depth and involved stories. My main one that I'm trying to build a group for is basically gang warfare.
My favorite episode, I use weird words to mean things, episode of roleplay I was an Irish kid living in of course it's not called Ireland, but living in Ireland just as the Romans are encroaching. That was the backdrop.
Yeah.
I thought that was the most amazing. We got very little done. It was very historically accurate, but with D&D rules like mixed in and a little magic here and there, right? That was my most favorite ever. Does that sound like D&D nowadays?
To me, yeah. I've played so many systems.
So I think
Here's a
Monday
fate-based
I'm
system.
gonna go and try to meet people for the first time in a long time to go play D&D or Pathfinder or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
It's-
But gosh darn it, Paragon.
Yeah. You feel excited?
I'm totally stoked, man. That's, you know, totally stoked. I wish I had played Kalari more. I was so good at Kalari, it was stupid crazy, and I played her in such the craziest way possible.
What, aggressive as hell?
What?
Aggressive as hell?
No. So what I did was I broke down the concept of what a ninja was, and then I was a goddamn ninja in the game. I'd break shit, I'd pop out unexpectedly,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't go after people that I knew I could kill. I went after people I took on people that I know I could help other people kill, and I would show up super early rather than super late.
Hey, can you give me a moment, dog? I have to respond to something.
But do you see what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about. I'll respond to that in a second. Hey, yeah, Jadis, I don't really like Overprime. Overprime's a game that I think it's still buggy. So even if I wanted to play it, which I don't want to play it because that community is kind of... I was in their Discord. I saw a lot of what their mods and their community were doing, and I didn't appreciate it. So that just put me off the game. But if I wanted to play it, I would have gotten frustrated because of how buggy it still is.
Yeah, the FPS doesn't work.
Say again, Chaos?
The FPS of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was glitchy. Like I'm trying to ult someone and just like stuck by team.
I think Overprime would be so much better if they fixed the bugs up for us, but they just removed all the towers, made it just an arena game.
The quality.
Yeah.
The quality should look a bit just. There's something in the quality. I love the map. The quality of the game just need more need more work. The movement is just a little bit hard. It's more smooth than the Predecessor. I love the smoothness, but the map just don't feel like the.
What do you mean by the smoothness? I don't want to. I'm not trying to like start like an argument. I'm like, I don't know what you mean.
Oh, are you back now? Are you back?
I'm a little bit back.
Okay, what? So, in my description of my Kalari style, do you see how that would work out?
Yeah, but that's how I mean, I saw up because you're supposed to run around and you're supposed to get it killed very quick.
I would also play support Kalari at the same time-ish. There was a different position I'd play as Kalari, I called it Kalari support, but let's say I was playing normal jungle Kalari. Man, I'd use that dagger to save my teammates from running away, like when they're about to die. I would save so many lives.
Right.
I loved it because of that global, but they took her global away, didn't they?
I don't know.
I think.
Oh, her global teleport? I think so.
Yeah, or global attack. Yeah.
So what?
So I saw it as her stepping into the shadow realm and stepping out of the shadow realm. Right? She's a ninja. You know, that's a ninja thing.
Damn.
I also saw her as I saw her and Ariel as the same character actually. Since they're robots, why couldn't they be the same person but different aspects? It's almost perfect.
Yeah. So you excited for Kalari?
Not as much as like Rampage and you know, I do want to play some Sparrow, and I'll do it solo. I won't subject my teammates to my off-lane Sparrow, which is ridiculous, right? But god dang, I love playing Sparrow in the off-lane. I like doing hard things and living spectacularly, but not stupidly, but having fun.
I get what you're saying. And Chaos, what do you mean about smoothness?
Without also at the same time without trying to lose. It's just-
So wait, you like Overprime more than Predecessor?
No. You said something about it felt more smooth, and I didn't. I would like to understand what you mean.
The smoothness, like, I mean, the animation, when you like the abilities, maybe certain balancing. I didn't play Predecessor yet, but I love this. I love this when you like walk or just like go left to right. And Overprime it's just hard with the glitchy and with the FPS. Those things just it's just bullshit. I don't like it. It's not like it's not finishing. It's not finished game. It's just early access.
Oh, Overprime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, it's not supposed to be the final test. It's not finished. The game's not finished.
Yeah.
Certain characters and certain movements. I love the map. I very like the map of the Overprime. I love it.
I like the idea of the portals. I understand people's annoyance with them, but I think that the portals should be taken into account and thought about potentially.
Yes.
Potentially, I don't know. I don't design games.
Yeah, I love the idea. Like it has like
Pac-Man. Portals are Pac-Man. Go from one side of the screen to another, guys. Use your video game history.
yeah. I love the idea. It's like what's that? There must be a plan. Like if you gank the top side, then you like the bot side need help because there's the jungle. So you just go to the portal, take the buff, and go to the portal, and then go help the other lane, or maybe go to dragon, or other portal. Like it's like strategic. I don't know what the name.
No, I get you. I think one thing that they should, if they want Overpower to be better, if they're just keeping that map, one thing they should do is this energy stream, right? Yeah. One thing they should do is not make it not make the portal lock immediately when somebody walks through. Give it like a 5-second or a 3-second thing, so like you can chase them through the portal. I mean, like Gideon's portal works like that, right? Where like if Gideon portals away, a teammate can go through it.
Predecessor, I don't know about Overprime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must happen. Like, if the enemy just got the portal, the other enemy should go to the portal.
Right.
The enemy going through the Gideon's portal now. Oh, that was a dream back in the day. That was a dream. It's like, why can't I just? The portal's right there.
Let's see, uncommon.
Another idea.
No, it's passive then, uncommon. Then mana, hurry.
I miss harvesters. Do y'all miss harvesters?
Not that much.
I know.
I know.
Added an element to the game that you could distract. There was way more strategic moves. You could push people using the harvesters.
Yeah.
There was like a weird map control. You could use it if you had a strategy around it. It was great fun, but no one seemed to strategize around the harvesters.
Now I remember that way back at the start.
Yeah, you would catch all my characters carrying a key on them every now and again.
Yeah.
It's amazing how people didn't understand how important they were.
Well, I mean, it was a new game, right?
Yeah. No, I feel like people were so hungering for the Dotas and the League of Legends that they didn't want to embrace the true origins, which is Warcraft, right?
Warcraft.
So Warcraft was turned into Dota, and then it also became League of Legends.
Right.
So, following that footprint. So when they introduced the Prime, taking the Prime, pretty much dunking the ball in the basket, that felt so beautifully American in a good way. That was a cool feature, though I could see why we would kind of want to get rid of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Right.
I mean, but that's like evolution of the game. I mean, the cool thing about Predecessor, the original Paragon, is that they tried a bunch of stuff, and some of it didn't work.
Oh, and that was great. And I would like to see more rule changes rather than meta changes. You create a meta, and then throw some new rules every now and again at us, like in the map itself. Test some things. Because once a meta gets down, people are going to play whatever character they want to play, regardless, whether they're strong or weak.
Yeah.
And I learn a character, and then I know that, it doesn't matter. That character's going to bring something super special, right? Whether they're weak or they're strong, they're going to bring something that the player thinks is going to be special and going to help the team to win.
Yeah, but the big problem with the original card system was that you couldn't actually react to anything that your opponents did. That was weird.
Oh, I had theory crafted some decks, man.
So I'm actually.
So
Why is this?
I did have some cards where I could counter other people's cards.
And that old Paragon?
Source.
The old Paragon?
Yeah, the old Paragon.
Yeah, it was.
So if you did it right, well, depending on what you're playing, right? So, like, maybe my Sparrow didn't have that option, but my supports would have the option of a kind of a flex at the end where they could do something or something else.
I never understand the cards. They just could. I just told them if they just do items and
Yeah.
bring the old map.
By the
I'll be
time
happy.
I figured out the cards, you know, it was too late. But I had some really good theories going.
Yeah, I try the cards and I never understand one thing. I just like 2 weeks. I just want to understand one card. I can't go hard.
So do you know those little? So if you go to a concert or something, you see somebody standing with a clicker in their hands, clicking, counting people.
Yeah.
I got one of those to help me click when I was creating decks. Because you were only allowed X amount of points, so as I would build my cards, I could click them off in my hand and then keep building. Does that make sense?
I understand. You like the tactile feel of the building?
Oh no, it wasn't just the tactile. It let me truly just keep track of it. I just one after rather, you know, one hand on the mouse, one hand on the clicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
When hit by a basic attack. Does anything else have stifle?
Wait.
No, I'm talking to myself. I'm trying to figure something out.
Are you twitching?
Yeah. Of course. This or otherwise it'll be boring as hell. Sometimes people talk in the chat, sometimes people
but
don't.
I'm pretty interesting.
I want to be in this VC if I wasn't
don't
on
need
Twitch.
to stream.
I need to fix this. Oh, I need to fix this. This needs to go over here into the fix pile. Fix that,
Yeah.
fix that, fix that. No,
So
wait,
my
not
biggest
that.
worry is about how rusty I will be when the game comes out. I've just been doing flight simulators and stuff lately.
Where? I mean, everyone's gonna be a little bit rusty. It's gonna be fine. I just don't. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. Well, don't contribute to the bullshit.
Well, that's you're just unless I have my own team, it's just you know.
I just mean I just when I say don't contribute to the bullshit, that's why I said it's gonna sound weird.
And then everybody shit on you. You know, there's.
No. That's why I said it's gonna sound weird. When I say don't contribute to the bullshit, I literally mean don't be those people that shit on people. We're gonna have skill-based matchmaking, so everyone's going to get to their skill bracket that's normal, and also everyone's going to be experimenting and stuff. Things are just not going to work. Nothing's going to.
Let's start this expression. If you ever ask after you've been killed, where was my support? It's on you because you didn't know before you died.
Yeah, but I'm also everywhere all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
I'm so prepared for that one comment. Where's my support?
What is my support?
Let's see. This is
He's ganking.
Yeah. Oh, you know. So like if the carry says, "Hey, let's attack," and then the support says no, you know what you do? You don't attack.
I'm allowed to die. If my teammates die, that's my fault, even as a sport. Only I'm allowed to die in this town. And I get real angry. I like trying to figure out the best steel builds against whatever teams we're playing against and whatever they're building. Because Jadis, that's funny. Because I like being the steel that dies perpetually during the first 15 minutes of the game and get yelled at, and then I stop dying, and then everyone stops dying, and then no one ever thanks me. But I think myself.
Oh, yeah.
I know what I did.
And remember, everybody, if you rage, it's always better to get big early than late.
Oh, I did this one already. Upgrades into...
I like the item system in Overprime more than Predecessor.
Having that many... So the reason why those active items work, though, the way they do in Overprime is because no one has their passives.
Yeah.
And...
It's League of Legends. Say League of Legends. It's just...
Now, I've only watched Overprime, but it looks like it gets too flashy early on. Like the effects seem a little epic early in the matches. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, it's meant to be like a brawler.
And I think that's a mistake, unlike the original Paragon that would build to like visual chaos, right? It didn't start off epic, it would build up visually. My wife is not a video game player, and she enjoys watching things she can understand. And I think if we forget that the viewers, like, if we want this to be a spectator competitive sport someday, it needs to be visually understandable by people who don't play.
I feel you like Overprime more than Predecessor, right?
Who?
Dumb dog.
Say again?
You love Overprime more than Predecessor?
No, I think Predecessor is the... If Predecessor
No,
doesn't work, there is no Paragon. Yeah, I've looked at Overprime. I've looked at the animations aren't nice. They're not... It's like when they get hit, man, the character lights up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to
agree on
tone that shit down.
Yeah.
It's visually ugly.
No, but...
Oh, plus Overprime. Oh, I'm gonna just ream them all of a sudden. So they've got the sun sitting almost at 12 o'clock noon. Overprime. I'm sure noon. No, they picked the worst lighting possible for the video game. Just overhead, bright, unfiltered. Oh, their lighting needs work.
I don't know anything about creative video games.
I used to work as a professional photographer, and I don't think they have a photographer on staff helping them light.
Hey, Doug, so Jedis wants to know if we're interested in Ashes of Creation. Do you know what that is?
In what creation?
Ashes of Creation.
Oh, I don't know that.
What about you,
Same.
Chaos? Oh. Well, I guess I'm the only one that's interested in that, Jadis.
How about Valheim? Y'all like Valheim?
I played it.
I've got the superest, most funnest way of playing.
Just do whatever you want.
Yeah, that, but don't kill any bosses.
I played the New Worlds as a BG game.
Yeah.
You play it?
I actually enjoy New World. I wish they would add more fucking skilling stuff into the game.
Yeah, I played it just like Elden, but need more work.
I think
they're trying to do something like Elden.
Like that's why I'm actually interested in Ash's Creations, because they're designing that around like life skilling and doing games like that where you actually have to level up your stuff. While you
you know, it's funny. I played Black Desert Online after Paragon ended, but I didn't play the game itself. I only played it to hide in.
Yeah.
Like, I only liked guild and shit.
Yep. No, I know. I mean, that was like a big part of the game.
I like made maps to go hunting. I was so depressed about Paragon. I knew Black Desert was, you know, it was similar only in the third person aspect.
Yeah.
That was it. though. I lived in Black Desert for a while. That was sad.
I same for me, but I just felt like the polygon's gone. I shall make my game then. Like polygon. I just felt that way when polygon's gone. Like they just need to fix some things. They just give up because Fortnite was money.
Yep.
I have my theory. My theory is that they were never planning to let it succeed anyway. It was a demo of the Unreal Engine itself. If you look at what they spent on promotions in the same years, they spent nothing in their promotion and all the money went to Paragon. Paragon was a demo factory. Yeah.
The thing is, I don't agree with that because Unreal was
That's fine.
Unreal was in the middle of its life cycle, and it was the only thing that was keeping the company afloat. Like,
Well, yeah, okay. So their marketing or their advertising for the engine itself was put into Paragon, Unreal Engine 4.
right?
And then I think they were using that and showing it how easily it made a game, how easily it was cross-platform. It was one of the best advertisements ever for an engine. And then Fortnite came out, and that was a great excuse. That was a great excuse to move everybody from that office to the Fortnite office.
Well, the thing is that Fortnite was an accidental blow up. I don't think
that-
Paragon wasn't like doing bad anyways.
But what I'm saying is, I think it only existed as an example of their awesomeness. It was their marketing strategy. They had advertisements everywhere for the PlayStation about the Paragon game, which you get to see the Epic logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, that was their plan. They wanted it to go defunct. They wanted people to pick it up later on to develop with it so it would run the pattern of, what do you call it? Warcraft, Dota, Dota 1, and League of Legends.
I think the biggest problem I have with that theory is if that was the case, then why make us pay for it ever and then give us massive refunds when they shut down the studio?
That would okay. The refunds is for to get them out of a class action lawsuit. And this took me a little while to think of. So the people who bought the PlayStations really could have had a class action lawsuit without the refund, because a lot of them bought the PlayStation that came with the game. So that was them covering their ass.
Was there PlayStations with the Paragon?
Yeah.
Because it was.
There were PlayStations with the game, with Paragon printed on the box.
Let me. I'm actually looking because that's something I didn't know.
So yeah. So I've caught, now I know that this is just a big theory and I can't prove it, but the game always seemed perfect and like not finished.
Well, it was early access.
Yeah,
the entire
was like
time.
a fly in the ointment, right? There was like a fly in the ointment on purpose.
No, but that's the thing. It was an early access game the entire time. That's why I'm like confused.
Yeah, I think one of the mistakes they made, one of the big mistakes is when they introduced Monkey King, Wukong.
Why is that a mistake?
So we were pulling mythology out of Korea, right? And sure, and that's really cool and everything, but the whole Monkey King is a paragon of what?
Of himself.
Yeah, exactly.
But how is
Can't
that
have
with
a
a problem?
paragon of self, right?
But how is that a? I don't understand how that was a that became
Okay,
a problem.
name another paragon of self.
No, I don't. Feng Mao.
Okay, so a paragon is the pinnacle of a thing, right?
Was that?
What?
I think the
So
name
the
Paragon was just
you
like
know,
a name
let's
used
say,
out.
you know, I'm a paragon of virtue or paragon of anger. You know what I'm saying? So, Rampage is a paragon of rage. Like, people who fall into that wheelhouse would be like the Incredible Hulk, Swamp Thing.
Right.
All right. So those are all paragons of the concept rage. Sparrow is the same thing as Robin Hood or the girl in the Hunger Games, an honorable, true shooting, hero.
I guess I don't.
Uh,
They
yeah,
just
we
used the
can,
name Paragon. I don't. I'm not following exactly
no,
because.
so I used to work with a marketing department and all this stuff and art history and coming up with art design, right?
Right.
You have to connect it with what you're trying to say. And Paragon, all the characters are prime examples of an archetype.
Yeah, it said Rock's a Paragon of what?
Now, for me, Monkey King represents the struggle of man through time. But because there's so much tension with China every now and again, I would really love to leave their main mascot out of the game.
You mean remove Wukong?
Huh?
He's been talking about.
Wukong is a very Chinese character.
Correct.
Yeah, they have every MOBA.
They have
has them.
three. They had three Chinese characters.
Yeah.
Who's the other Chinese character?
Feng Mao and.
No, Feng Mao's an alien.
Yeah. Like you
Okay,
can. He's
okay.
you can like alien.
Okay.
He's,
Who's the other Chinese character?
the enemy girl. Like she looked like an enemy girl.
No,
She was
there's.
wolf.
It's the one with the. Where is he?
She's the sister of
Kwang?
Okay, he's Korean, and if you do the not mythology, so in Korea, there were some knights called the Hungdo warriors,
Right.
and they were part of the Chungdo Kwan. So
Okay.
the Hungdo warriors were called flower knights. That's the translation, meaning they're highly trained warriors who also know poetry and writing and all that other stuff.
So what's the paragon of what's Zink's the paragon
So
of?
he's the paragon of a warrior,
Okay.
because he's educated. But Feng Mao also falls in that category.
Okay.
Primal savagery, right? That would be Kalari. Kalari would be akin to who? Tarzan, right?
Why? Kalari, the assassin lady with the cybernetic daggers.
I'm sorry, not Kalari, but Chimera. They both start with K.
No, Chimera. Yeah, I can also.
Yeah, Chimera is akin to Tarzan. Jungle survivor, dominator.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's Tarzan.
So you're saying that every single character has an archetype.
Yeah, every single character has to fall within an archetype.
Right.
Steel.
Or to be. And Wukong's archetype is man. That's
He was a trickster dude that ran around and hit things.
Right? But Wukong never loses a battle ever. And I don't think that's someone who, quote unquote, never loses a battle or a war really shouldn't be a character in a MOBA.
Okay, Steel. Like, what do you think he is?
But I'm still confused about why he was bad for the game. Is like my main is like my main question.
Oh, okay, one, political tensions. China, I would rather leave a character out of the
That's
game that, hear me out, China may not like that Wukong's not powerful enough,
that's
right?
dumb.
Yeah, that may sound dumb, but that's still a thing.
Actually, no. Like, if I'm gonna remove, let's say I make a game, let's say I have Wukong. If I want, like, every MOBA or any MOBA, they have Wukong. I hate to like copy
Exactly.
all the
That's
game. Yeah, I hate
reason
that.
number two.
I wanna point out that there's an entire cottage industry of wushu Chinese movies and like big budget movies where Sun Wukong loses, and it's like the whole deal and the whole historical thing. So I don't understand where you're like, well, they don't want him to lose, so it might like be bring up political tensions to China because that doesn't make any sense.
He's the so he's the, so China has a big cultural identity problem, right? They want to tell everybody in their country and outside their country how to view their history or
just
whatever.
legend.
I'm just saying I'd rather not play with China. I would rather have Chinese people playing our game and in our game playing with us rather than possibly having a Chinese character that's frowned upon by
But
the
he was,
government,
but
which may hinder us playing with them.
that's like adding a bunch of assumptions to things that don't have any like basis currently.
That's okay. I hear you. I do.
You can't just say,
I don't feel like it's
just remove
baseless
Wukong
because
because
I do know they're how strict they are over there.
I mean, yeah. I understand that the country is rather strict, but the points that you're making, I can't agree with, because I feel like they're reaching for an answer that is ahistoric. You're saying that, well, they don't want a poor representation of Sun Wukong, or they would hate the game.
I'm saying that I would rather
But
avoid any tension.
but that wouldn't bring
or
tensions.
Censorship.
That
And I'm not trying to encourage censorship. I'm trying to create an atmosphere where we can play with people in China.
we can play
without,
League of Legends with
you
people
know.
in China.
What?
Yeah.
That's like my biggest
We'll
counter.
see what happens in the future. I'm just, hey, every time I call something like this, I'll talk to you in 7 years. Like, I just had a friend call me and say, I really wish I'd sold my business and did exactly what you told me to, dum-dum. You were the only one looking out for me. I was like, okay. That's fine. But I like reason number two. Wukong's in every video game. Why not invent a character like Wukong, but not Wukong?
Oh, just remove Wukong and create something.
I think what they're going to do is what they're going to keep the Wukong model. They're just going to rewrite the lore because the lore as it is boring.
Just tell them to turn it into a
They can't
squirrel.
change. That's all they
Yeah,
do.
turn it into a squirrel and make a kung fu squirrel with a stick. That's imagine instead of that little skinny tail, now imagine a big fluffy tail and little
God damn.
squirrel ears.
Big ideas.
What? Make the furriers happy. That's what I say.
I wish they create story for the characters and make a world and sound design.
Action
Mother-
figures. You want action? I want cartoons. Now,
What?
did you say you want toys?
No, he
No.
said great stories and sound design.
Stories.
Stories. Nice.
Oh yes, I want stories, but I want them to say that this is a multiverse, and that depending on the skin, each character will have a different backstory. So if Twin had a different skin, that would be a twin from a different universe with a different backstory.
That's such lazy writing.
But
Yeah,
it's
that
what?
was-
That's such people.
No, more skins, more skins, more skins.
You can get skins for any.
Multiverse.
If you can get skins for anything, you don't need to have skins tied in the lore. That's just
Yeah, oh, no, okay, for marketing, if you tie the skins into the lore, and if the lore is multi-dimensional, right? Because
yeah. It's just
we're fighting for the pleasure of something, right? We're floating on a rock in outer space. Have you seen how these things are working?
yeah. But I find that as a person who writes a lot and has a lot of experience with writing theory,
Yeah,
that
we
is
should
just a
have
very boring. And
Right.
and,
Yeah,
and,
okay,
and,
I
and when I say
hear
it's
ya.
when I say it's boring, I
But
mean
this
like
was
I've seen that.
born to be that.
But why does it have to be that? You can be, dude. You can write so much. You can write so many interesting things.
Good, but
There's
my way builds in, plug and play lore. Then
Which
it's
is-
plug and play.
which no one would give a shit about. They can't.
No, actually, when you create like a story for the background of the character, like you can feel a little bit like the character when you play it.
Yeah,
Like-
I've made up backgrounds for all the characters that I like, right? Because you might be a decent writer, but I'm pretty freaking imaginative.
I'm
I
not
like
saying
to
anything about.
imagine
Okay.
That Greystone told lock Sparrow in a tower. Sparrow sneaks out into the jungle and plays with Rampage.
But that's fine. But that doesn't mean they're from different universes. Is my
It
point.
happened.
That's and I think that actually helps with my point. That's more interesting
Well,
than
there's
saying they're
also
from
the-
different
what,
universes.
The Devil Gideon. There's the Void Gideon. There's
Yeah, Boy
You know.
Gideon, Tom Blast, Steel, like they're like from
Yeah.
Cyberpunk world. Like they're all robots, and you have jungle like Chimera and
Ah, shoot! Didn't mean to do that. Why is my music frozen?
oh yeah,
other-
turn every character into a Kalari style character.
Claria.
Never mind. I'd have to draw it out and
Codex
show you like
drops.
storyboard.
Like you can't Rampage like I can't tell what it is Rampage. I know he's like from water. He lived for like in some water. Like he like fog and six pack.
And Rampage is a very eloquent individual
Yeah,
and a
Like,
very
I can't
knowledgeable
really-
person.
awesome. He's the. I look at his character like Swamp Thing or Hulk. He rages when life is in danger. He's not running around just killing things. But in response to the destruction of nature, he's going to respond.
Okay, I agree on that. I love that idea, but I want to know where like where he's from. Like he's a fog. He's a fish.
He was in prison.
Oh no, he's alien. He's alien. I would say amphibian-ish, right?
Oh,
Little,
okay, yeah.
Little water, little land. He's a jumper.
Yeah,
But he also has webbed feet and stuff. So
yeah, his feet like robot thing.
the original Rampage skin is the best skin. I had all of the Rampage skins and only wore the Rampage normal skin because it's so cool.
I love the rock skin more.
All right, so
Hasta
anybody
luego,
wanna see
Jadis.
me
Thank you
throw
for
a
being
rock
around.
as Rampage? Anybody want to see me throw a rock as Rampage? All right.
Dude, is this game out?
No.
Here, where can I put something? YouTube.
I guess. But yeah.
Open up the YouTube tab. This is me throwing a rock.
Sam, the game's not out yet.
Sorry if I had a potato recording it, but that's me throwing a rock in the Predecessor Media YouTube.
Okay.
But yeah, the game comes out on Thursday, Sam.
I want jungle. Jungle.
Playing League of Legends?
Wait, what game are you playing now?
Oh, we're gonna play Predecessor. What position do you want?
We're not.
Oh, now you
I'm just streaming myself creating the Predecessor Wiki. And yeah, Jax, it's dumb. It is dumb dog.
So we're just gonna sit here till Thursday. But I'm queuing up now.
Wait, so if you like buy the LA access, you can't play the game, right? You can't. Oh, you can't.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Is it
Thursday,
free?
Thursday.
No, it's paid, Sam.
How do I pay for it now?
You can't pay for it until it goes live on Thursday. Steam and Epic have a thing against letting early access games be pre-order.
Yeah, you must pay so you can play it.
Is it gonna be a big queue?
Don't know. Probably. It seems popular, but hopefully not.
I plan to download Thursday and really play on Friday.
There's going to be 4 servers active during launch, Sam. So, like 4 actual servers, not just Steam servers.
Do you know the price?
Yeah, it's pinned in Predecessor.
It's like $10, and then it goes up in stages. There's like, what's the top one? Maybe like $50 or something.
I posted it to you. Yeah, it's $40. 40 or 80 if you don't buy it early enough. Codex, Divine Wreath, Energy, Steam, Divine
Is
Wreath.
Garbash being released? Do you know?
It's also in the pinned messages.
I don't play Crunch. Crunch is, I think, is a really cool, great.
Oh,
character.
Crunch is oh man.
Yeah, Narbash is
my
on
only
launch.
rule about Crunch is don't get close.
Yeah,
Too good.
Crunch.
Ever.
I love the character of Crunch. I like the trailer, the first release character. Love the sound, but they never put it in the character. I
So-
just wonder why. Just put it in the character.
Sockap says hi to you, dumb dog.
Who does? Hey,
Sockap.
everybody.
Like the first character. Why can I hear myself?
You're feedbacking through Sam's mic.
Did they take out Kalari's movement speed like Overprime?
We don't know yet.
Sam got. Did you used to go by a different name?
Yeah, aren't you the dude that plays RuneScape?
No.
Me?
Oh, dude, I think you played Old Paragon. I remember
Yeah.
you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I s-
this is Nike Airfly.
Ah,
okay.
you doing?
You used to play a lot of Murdoch, I remember.
Yeah. If I played a carry for a while, it would be Murdoch because of the pushback. I later started playing Twin.
Blast, yeah.
Yeah. So
Codex, Energy
I
Stream.
had the coolest move. So down there at mid, where they have that tower, the place where you can stand. I had a name for that. It's called the perch. You go up there as Twin. You jump off the tower. Then you do your boot jump, your boost jump, and you can land on the other side of the river.
Ah, okay.
And
Yeah.
I would do that and catch the person at mid in the middle. Oh, it was great.
Blast was really cool, but in the first release or the first stuff of the game, Blast like have how much damage did he have? 26 damage? He have nothing.
He
was
didn't act like the animations. Like he should have been like shoot faster and harder. And
Yeah.
Just I tried
No
so
damage.
many piston, like I tried so many card combos to create like a.
So how you guys doing, Joey and Sockap? I had to mute them for a moment.
Some boss was the first release was not that very good. The good thing they rework him, and then you work him again. Like they rework him like 2 times. I wish for the last character Polygon create like the lady like she looked like a Viking.
The shield. Oh yeah.
I
She
wish
was
I
a
got that.
Furioso. Oh,
Wish
I
could
remember.
play. Yeah, she was. She's cool. I love her. I didn't play her. That's.
No, neither did I. How about Iggy? Did y'all like Iggy?
No.
Iggy and Scorch was my favorite jungle.
Yeah, I can see that. Not a, you know, I can see it. I just love me just some generic Iggy. He loved to ward and play mid. That was
Yeah, he's cool. I love Revenant more. I like his ultimate like give you to another realm. You can you must fight him, no matter what. To escape death.
Oh, I miss Muriel. Back by Muriel.
Mario?
But
She was.
yeah.
She's. Oh my god, I hate her abilities. I don't know why.
So they reworked Muriel. So Muriel had a radically different design in the hips. That's where they, and no one's gonna believe me. I didn't take pictures because I didn't think the stuff would disappear. Muriel, the logo is taken from Muriel's crotch. I kid you not. My wife can attest. I honestly think it was. Not that that's a bad thing. I love grabbing designs out of nowhere.
I can believe it.
And then it was just like we were still on the Agora map, or the whatever the first map was called, and then suddenly, poof, the model disappeared and everything, and it was like, what? No one ever noticed.
The best graphic design is stuff that you don't notice, right?
Yeah. I started to think that the original map had little secret markings everywhere, but I didn't have time to figure it out. I started noticing like these little marks in places.
Oh yeah.
Like if you saw a circle, that meant order, I think.
Well, I play Drongo. Drongo, I don't have time to play.
Item passive uncommon physical power. Yep.
Drongo. We'll play Drongo.
I want to play jungle. I think that's going to be the best place for me to pick the tempo and figure out how to play again.
This is such tedious work. Ugh. Ugh. I'll get there. I'm halfway down the list. 2/5. Sorry.
So
what
my
are you trying
biggest
to do?
thing will be figuring out my decks to begin with.
What do you say, Chaos?
What are you trying to do on the items of the program?
I'm just making the wiki pages. We need the wiki. So someone's gotta do this, so I will.
I've never understood why the game company doesn't do their own wiki.
Multiple reasons. That costs money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you're still gonna then draw eyeballs, which is what.
Not necessarily.
No, actually, no. It just take time. Just like if you work it every day, you will finish it.
Also, you draw yourself in for backdooring and a bunch of other stuff. If like anybody gets fired, like the people that do this are from the passion of the community. There's like a lot of like reasons. What Fandom does, the website Fandom, they actually make when there's a big high priority game that's about to come out, they make a page and they produce it with like half of the content and like make a bunch of stuff themselves with like some templates, and they go to the company and is like, hey, if you pay us, we'll do this for you. So companies do make wikis, but not exactly. They just pay Fandom to do it.
So the money is there.
Yeah, it's part of the marketing
Yeah.
budget, so if it's there,
So that's what I would say.
Yeah, and I don't think they waste more than they paid. But I think they're less paid.
also every single wiki that I've seen a company make has been bad.
I didn't see it.
Like, ah, goddamn. I need to figure out how to fix this fucking page.
Anybody play War Thunder?
No,
War Thunder.
Alright,
I can't play War Thunder.
how come?
They do a lot of gambling tricks, and
Yeah,
they do a
yeah,
lot. So
I have an account that I have never paid money into ever. So their gambling tricks don't work on me.
yeah, but you're probably not addicted to gambling. I've lost about 5,000 at a
Ooh,
casino.
Right now, I am gambling with some financial stuff. Anybody believe in Bitcoin? Because I don't, but I'm gambling on it.
Bitcoin's probably the only stable one, but I'm never going to give any
Oh, no,
cryptocurrency
if
my
Bitcoin doesn't
endorsement.
Work, none of them work. That's
Yeah.
what I've said from the beginning. Why? if Bitcoin fails, it's all in the trash heap. But I don't believe in Bitcoin. I think it's just the tool of the billionaire now to move large sums of
I mean,
money around.
it was literally invented by a billionaire.
Yeah. The whole, hey everybody, this will free you from banks and stuff, and the enemy of the rich. No.
The guy who made it literally wrote a book about being angry that he's being held accountable for what he participated in with the housing market crash.
Yeah.
So
There are many people like try to make like a Bitcoin, but they like shady about it, and they like to just take the money and just left to help the
Pump and dump.
company.
it goes to show that actually having a currency that's backed by a government
It's useful.
is actually reliable.
So yeah, So what's Bitcoin represent? The dollar. It's
Yeah.
gonna represent some dollars in some way because it holds no value.
But no, but the Bitcoin.
That's funny,
I
Tamsin.
see it like they save countries. It's
What?
Sometimes.
No, somebody posted Jampson. He said, "Listen to Dum Dum Dog. He's a genius, a pro gamer."
yes, yes, I am a pro gamer. I wish I got paid.
Hey man, get on that grind.
No.
Turn down Per Order Robinson.
Yep.
Raps.
You guys buying the early access too for Pred or no?
Oh, hi Jerome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna
I-
get the epic combo. Oh, what were you saying?
I'm so excited that I'm spending hours of my life fixing this wiki. Sockap says to you, dog, to say hey y'all.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I mean, the day that it comes out, I'm literally off, so it'll be awesome. I think the thing is, I would get the highest bundle, but I look at the skins and like the skins are heroes I don't play. You know what I mean?
And that's 100%.
And
That's 100% valid, right?
and not only that, um, Grux pelt. Okay, so the original Paragon, the Chimera skin that they're promoting is Grux pelt Chimera, and that was a epic skin in the original Paragon. And 9 times out of 10, when they say legendary, that means they're trying to price it at the top tier price for skins, right? But that was an epic skin in the original Paragon, so I'm like, I'm not gonna buy the higher edition if, like, a legendary skin I feel like should have changed effects. But go ahead.
Those skins are exclusive. They're never going to be released again. That's I think when they say legendary in this context, and we'll have to get clarification, but I think what they mean in legendary is that they are exclusive to whatever X is going on, and so they won't appear again. So like if we get a legendary, yeah, but we need to know what the terms mean, right?
But
So that's my assumption. They did state explicitly that the skins that are in all the skins that are in the bundles are exclusive and they won't be seen again.
Like, I don't feel like it's kind of really cool. Like
Grux.
the skins of the Predecessor, like the exclusive.
It's
Like,
to
great.
it's to incentivize you to buy the higher editions based on FOMO. But the outlier is do you play those characters?
Oh yeah, that's
legendary skins. It's do you play them or not?
yeah,
And I know
that's
there's gonna be
perfectly valid.
What? I know there's gonna be a lot of people that are like, I just want to play Paragon again, and I just want to have everything. Like prime example. One of the reasons I feel like the original Paragon failed is simply because they had a money issue. And I'm not saying within development, but mind you, if you played the OG Paragon long enough, you could earn every skin in the game just by playing and not spending. I did.
Yeah,
that.
actually,
Me and my friends did. Yeah, that's the thing. We earned almost all. Like, this is what either happened. Okay, so we either you either could earn the skins through challenges, or you would open up a loot box and get extremely lucky, and they would give you so much to the point to where you eventually would get the skin. If it's
Actually,
not later on, yeah.
This
If they just like in the
such a
first early access,
weird-
they just leave the skins until someone
Right.
buy it, until
Right.
they get good money, then they.
Mhm.
But
This is so weird. I'm sorry, I'm derailing a little bit, but like, there's a weapon called the Hone Chris that I'm looking at right now. It's an for Predecessor, because I'm working on the wiki. It gives 20 physical power,
Okay.
but it also has an additional passive effect, not like just normal, that you gain 4 physical penetration. So it's weird because like, why not just like,
Oh, so they're storytelling with the item. They're saying you're so strong that you puncture something.
there's no story.
That's-
No, there's
Uh,
okay. There is always storytelling, even in the items. That's
Yeah,
why
but-
they name them the way they do, and that's why they give them the jobs they do.
that's fine. That's not what I'm talking about. The way that this is, like, okay, this is literally how it's framed.
okay.
I'm just gonna post it in the off-topic chat.
I'm listening.
So
It's physical power 20. So normally you would see,
Yeah.
it say physical penetration 4,
Okay.
but instead it says passive gain 4 physical penetration.
what?
Are you saying that they nerfed it?
No, I'm saying that they worded it incorrectly.
So they make it
Got you.
It's
passive?
yeah, exactly, but it's already a passive because the physical power is a passive effect that you're given. Like, I don't know why it's worded this way.
They don't say what's passive. It's just like every physical to give you maybe 4 or stat. Just passive? If it stacks or just for...
No, the physical power is just it's an item, so it adds to your stat block, and then the passive it adds 4 to your stat block. It doesn't. It could have just been called physical penetration. Like let me show you. Yeah, every other thing: physical penetration 8, penetration 12, physical penetration 10. That's the only one that says passive gain 4 physical. It's so weird.
I don't understand why.
See. Dum.
Yeah.
The Jax is asking when was the last time you had a charcuterie spread before gaming?
Oh, oh God, so he was part of the horrific testing of Fault. Oh my God, AMA, everything sucked. No,
Wait.
I
wait,
have
wait,
some
wait.
charcuterie in the fridge actually.
Wait. What? Like, okay, so
What
when
sucked about Fault?
when did you test Fault?
When
like,
they
how
were
long ago?
testing. It was a long while ago. It
The,
was.
the first time?
I did a couple of tests with them. So
Right.
I was there to test. They were
Uh-huh.
there to compete. I was.
Okay.
They created a competition sort of air rather than
Mhm.
a test air, and they barely left any real time to test. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to try some mana building items, which are really hard to play while everyone's playing really well. You know, for the
Mhm.
first, it's you have your theory, you want to test it, and then you don't have space to test. They really, there wasn't enough time, and then I had to show them how to hook up their Discord. Right? They didn't know how to separate the rooms. They didn't know how to do any of that until I showed them. Now here's the glory part. Moved on to the next part of the testing, and they cut me out of it. And I didn't get anything that they promised me. So
Who
they're a
cut
bunch
you
of
out?
fucking liars, right? Boom,
Who
boom,
cut you
boom.
out?
Huh?
Who cut you out?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I was just not part of it anymore. I was participating. I showed them how to set up the rooms, showed them how to divide the people, showed them how to organize to play.
Mhm.
When they should have been paying someone to, work with everybody who was testing. They had
Gotcha.
nobody in charge.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and that all fell on me, and I got a lot of shit because I'm trying to test, and everybody's trying to compete.
Yeah, like if they're not trying to make it better, they're trying to like, is it good? Is it not?
Yeah. I felt good. This is good, right? I never got a moment with anybody to describe how horrible the map is, right? just the flattest, most boring, unflowing bullshit in the world. Please go play Skyrim. Learn how to build a map.
There's a few things. Was Sylphin a part of the project yet?
No.
He wasn't? Okay, that's problem number one.
Yeah,
Number
and
two.
he and I have traded voicemail and stuff, right? And, yeah, that's a really cool person. That's I know I don't know him, but you'd go, hey, the guy with the goofy mug, do you know him? He'd go, yeah, but that's about it. But he also commented on one of my videos once, like, that just out of nowhere. Because I only make videos that show people. I don't go out there trying to be a YouTube person.
I mean, one of the main reasons why we're all here now is because one thing, a lot of people tried to say that Paragon was really toxic, but the content creators in Epic and the people are actually very supportive of one another. Even like the smallest of creators. That's one thing I really enjoyed about the YouTube aspect of Paragon. Regardless of what people say.
I don't remember anybody saying that Paragon was toxic.
No.
No, it could get toxic.
I know.
I'm saying there
Yeah.
was a huge crowd of the community that was saying it was toxic, but what I'm saying is from my perspective, I think it was quite supportive, to be honest.
I got
But
you.
We love the
depends on who you're
game.
playing
We
with,
love
right?
we know like it has the potential,
Yeah.
but they just like everything we tell them, like please just make the other map, just fix some balancing Kamiya fucking lifesteal bullshit. They have his passive. Maybe change it. Maybe give him a less. I don't know. Rework him or anything. Balancing him. They just like make a new hero, new items, new map, bullshit more map. You go play it. I don't care.
Are you talking about Vault?
No, I'm talking the first Paragon.
The
before
original
Generation.
Paragon.
The original
Yeah.
Paragon.
When I played the beta Paragon, or what the original, the
Yeah.
early
Original Paragon.
test,
Uh-huh.
they week to week of testing, they would throw. They wouldn't tell anybody anything. They would just randomly change any character's meta, like just overnight. I saw 4 different incarnations of Rampage. You know, and I would accidentally figure it out. Like, it just, so.
I feel it's a nightmare for you.
Yeah, and I love that rolling change of meta.
Oh yeah, I agree. We're gonna have some toxicity, Jacka, but like, there's a difference between like generic toxicity in like a competitive arena and the stuff that like scares people away from playing World of Warcraft.
Warcraft?
No, I'm just like making comparison. There's stuff that scares people away from playing World of Warcraft because the kind of toxicity that people talk about with that game is different from like what generic competitive and gameplay toxicity is. I've ran fighting game tournaments and been in the fighting game community for a long time.
Same.
So like
one of the most toxic. Let's all share one toxic comment. Here's a toxic comment. Where was my support? That is a toxic comment.
That's not.
That's toxic. It's toxic as hell.
It's not on this. Like every MOBA, is everywhere. Where's my support?
Yeah, I want to put it on the record. Saying that sentence out loud is offensive. Because if you don't know where your support is, then you're not playing carry right.
I agree, but I love the idea. I love if you play AC in every like MOBA game. I never felt really good playing AC in Paragon. I mean, in any game, only Paragon. I felt really good when I played Paragon with AC. I love Revenant. I love Twin Blast. Like I can play alone. I can fight too. That's in other games I can't.
You know what another thing?
That's why I love Paragon. You could not 100% successfully. You could take Sparrow to the off lane and do great.
You know what the main thing is though?
What's up?
That comment. Okay, so this is what happens. If I'm playing support, okay, and my AD carry is at the inhibitor by themselves on the right side of the map, and you tell them to retreat and they die, their casual response, if you don't know them, is "Where's my support?" But at the end of the day, keep this in mind. This is how I feel. A good carry, okay, after the early game, a good carry that knows their stuff, knows how to position well, knows how to farm units right, knows how to go to team fights, knows how to when to use their abilities, when to time things, knows what items to buy, the strengths of the hero, who they can fight, who they can't fight, and at the end of the day, a decent carry should be able to do quite reasonably well without their support around them all the time.
Oh yeah,
Of course, right. That comment, you know what that comment basically says? That comment says that without my support, I can't land shots on the hero. Without my support, I can't win a 1v.
I can't win 1v1s without my support. I'm trash.
That's what that feels.
Without a support, it's harder. That's all. But you can easily do your stuff.
That's what I'm saying. But
believe it or not, as a carry, you can actually sit in a safe place, not get EXP, not get treasure, and wait for the moment to get those 2 things. But most of the time, people are like, I want this little more so I can get a bigger gun.
Because you can make that argument that during the final test of Overprime, they were literally running double 80 carries, one in offlane and one in the dual lane.
Or mid lane.
eating
Yeah.
people
Well,
alive.
but that's because that game
what I'm
has
saying.
a lot and a terrible item shop. You
Man,
can't.
their balancing is terrible.
Hey, but it was a fine test. It went really well. A lot of people really enjoyed it. So it's releasing on December 8th in early access.
That sounds a little rushed. Oh, I will
But you know
download it
what, though?
and maybe play it a little bit
You know what, though?
because I'm gonna have to concede to some people if they go play Overprime.
You know what I think
Because
the
I want
problem
to
is?
ultimately bring them to Predecessor.
What do you think, my friend?
Okay, so this is the big problem. Okay, at least this is what I see. You know, I'm in both Discords. I've checked Paragon's Reddit. I've seen the YouTube scene. I've seen the opinions of what people have to say. But I think the problem is that what ultimately lead to one of the deaths of one of these games, and the reason why Fault died is because Fault literally died because of the toxicity towards the community, because of Overprime and Predecessor players trashing that game to oblivion, to where literally they couldn't make no money, they couldn't get no players, they couldn't even promote themselves. Because at the end of the day, one of the ways to promote a game is word of mouth, and everyone just kept saying so many bad things about Fault, so ultimately led it to his demise. Literally,
It was too much clunky.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
terrible.
You
That
had
too?
to buy a support. If you have to buy a support to be competitive, it's a cash grab.
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
in fault, my God, when you walk like slowly, you can see how the mechanic, how clunky it is when you cast your spell. The gameplay doesn't feel right.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I don't,
my main perspective was from all these versions that are releasing, I'm just someone who wants to play Paragon again. So at the end of the day, I'm buying Pred. At the end of the day, I'm going to play Overprime.
what do you mean by
You know-
snowflakes, Mike?
Hmm?
Someone said they won't die because to snowflakes. I want to know what Mike means by about snowflakes.
Let's not go there. Let's.
I
No,
don't
I
know
want to
what
go
that
there if someone's mentioned saying that in my chat.
Oh my gosh, I could. Then we have to go to the true etymology of that term.
Someone who just wants to play Paragon at the end of the day. That's just how I feel about it. So I'm gonna enjoy both. If anything, how I look at it is like Paragon fans are eating good at the end of the day. You have Pred and you have OP. One,
Yeah.
Either both are gonna thrive, or one's gonna succeed and one's gonna
Yep.
fall. At the end of the day,
Yep.
like I said, how I just said of how Fault died is because people were incredibly toxic towards it, right? Is
I
and
th-
I just
oh,
hope,
oh,
I just hope the
Jer-
same thing doesn't happen with this. You know what I mean?
Mike. So Jerome's saying that people were toxic towards Fault, not people were toxic in Fault. That's what he's trying to say.
Or is the state of the game, so it had no room to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was their vision. You know, the things you plant are what's going to grow. And,
Of course.
And even when we were testing the game, I could feel anxiety. I felt anxiety because of
Right.
everybody was trying to one-up each other rather
Yep.
than holding
You know
the
how I
banner
felt.
and making a cool fucking game.
You know how
Yeah.
I felt.
At the end
No,
of the day, like you said,
I agree
just
with you,
want
Mike.
to play
Play
Paragon
Right.
again. Yeah,
You know how I felt.
more
You know how-
smoother with items, like a new version. But I want a spirit successor of Paragon. I don't want a fucking Overprime mixed with Overwatch stuff.
But you know, for the people that did continuously play Fault, I myself was one of them. This is all I looked at it as. If I saw these developers, okay, eventually I knew the game was gonna crash. I wasn't being negative towards it, like I wouldn't, go out of my way to say something bad about it, but it did have its problems, and I would talk to
Yeah.
Sylphin. I would talk to Sylphin and the internal testers directly to try to give them feedback on how to improve the game. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure there were a lot of people that were doing the same thing. The only reason why they got that kind of time from me was because they made a Paragon product. If they did not make a Paragon product, and no one would have tried it, no one would have played it.
Yeah.
That's just the
If
truth.
you
And
If you
you know
think
how-
your game needs money, you will lose it.
And at the end of the day, you know what I did like? Seeing some people in I think it was in both Pred and OP Discord. You know what they said? They said all Fault is is a Paragon that's just buying us time until the
Yeah.
quality ones come out.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
That's an okay perspective. Don't say, oh, well, the game's fucking trash. I prefer Overprime.
It's just a band-aid.
that's-
It's just a band-aid until a real successor.
For,
It's just
for
a
the
band-aid.
for the record, I want you to go out there and scrub the internet and see that I said nothing bad about Vault publicly, even
Right.
though they treated me like total fucking shit.
No, that's understandable.
Because I am pro Paragon, and you just encapsulated how I feel. I didn't retaliate
So
to being treated like that because I want to see Paragon succeed.
you tell them the way they work it.
Hmm?
Do you
No,
send them feedback?
No, I helped set up their competition rooms. I showed them how to organize. You know, I helped split I made the testing work.
Right.
Not anything technical other than human resource. I did what I'm good at is human resource.
Okay.
And I kind of ran it for them. I didn't run it. I showed them how to do the mechanisms and how to get people into the rooms and how to work, you know. Just the most getting people to stand in a line, I have learned as a martial artist, is one of the hardest goddamn things you can do.
One
And
thing.
they gave you.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then they booted me, and I was supposed to be given some skins or whatever. Ghosted me. Fuck it.
One thing-
But did I go out there and say anything? I only have said nasty things now that they're going away, and we have Overprime and Predecessor.
And Predecessor.
You know what the main thing is? At the end of the day, that's one negative moment. You know what I mean? And this is how I look at it, right? That's a development studio that came together, that used their resources, that got people, real human beings. You know what I mean? One by one, and they got developers, and they spent a good amount of time at least trying to make something. At the end of the day, I appreciate them for making something. I appreciate the fact that I got to play Paragon that fully. I appreciate how fast they were trying to release characters with all this. At the end of the day, like they're saying, like Pred's saying, Robbie's saying that we're gonna release Hero every month throughout early access, right? Like I appreciate that shit at the end of the day because, you know,
The 5 first.
I can't be pissed off at Fault because I know at the end of the day that if I was pissed off at those developers, we wouldn't have any of these remakes. You know what I mean? If they didn't take the time to band together to make something great or try to, then yeah, we wouldn't have any. But at the end of the day, I do understand the complaints about Fault, like how it was very unoptimized. The cash grabbing, of course, that too. I understand, but at the end of the day, even though there's negative things that you could say, I try to find the things that I see negative and send it as feedback. And if the developers don't change it, just stop playing the game. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
It's not
One
hard.
thing I'm concerned about Paragon and Predecessor and Overprime is the the queue system when you select your role. In Overprime, it's completely stupid. Like you choose your character and after you choose your role.
Yeah, I
It's
don't like that.
terrible.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's terrible.
I wish
Okay.
they make it like League of Legends.
Here's-
Yeah. Just select 2 roles and queue up, and
Here's-
that's it.
Well,
Yeah,
the game is too
so
early
much-
and the roster too small to actually implement that immediately.
Right, yeah.
You
Yeah,
only
yeah,
you only
I
want to
think so.
implement that
Legend.
when you have a player base the size of like, oh hey, we get
Exactly.
tens of
Okay,
and hundreds
yeah.
of thousands of people playing every hour.
He's asking for role queue, but at the end of the day, keep
Yeah.
this in mind. Keep this in mind. And see when people have these complaints or these kind of wars about OP versus Pred, this is what you should do, okay? I can literally sell you a reason as to why you should get early access for Pred. Prime example, you had a complaint just now about that they should add for the matchmaking. They should add role queue, right? So where you can choose separate roles and you can
Yep.
queue for that time and guarantee that role that you want. Now,
Yep.
keep in mind, Pred has talked about they plan on adding role queue. OP has said nothing about it. That's another.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
instead of trashing one of the other products, look at what the developers are saying that is good. OP hasn't said anything about it. Pred has said something about role queue that they plan on implementing.
But who doesn't love being forced in a role they suck in and having fun?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, always
Yeah.
go support.
I
How-
love playing something I can't play.
How many times I got stuck in jungle or offlane when I'm a fucking support main?
You know
What
what?
the fuck can I do with the Kwang offlaner when I'm Bilka or Decker? My
Yeah,
lord.
good, yeah, yeah.
But you know what though?
What?
Like you see how you just said that? So there was, it wasn't only you. There were so many other people that said the same thing, right? And mainly the big outlier in the original Paragon will support. Being shoved into a role that you don't like to play. There's a lot of people that don't like to play support. So here's what started happening. Okay, the overall balance of the game changed completely, simply because of the support role. You had characters like Muriel, all this other stuff, right? Like the OG heroes.
Yeah. We're all unkillable.
And this is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
People would get irritated and they're like, fuck this, I don't want to play support. So when Bellica got released, they realized she had a stun, crowd control, and she could drain mana. So literally
Yeah.
people started playing Bellica support, and you saw Aurora support, and you saw Greystone support, you saw Rampage support. You started
Yeah,
seeing all
Rampage
these
I was
support, all
up
these
for
Oh
Aurora
my-
yeah,
support.
yep.
That's my
yep.
fave.
Yep.
Aurora
Lit-
support.
Literally, you would see all these different things. And you know what? When I played the OP test, I did the same thing. When someone forced me into a role of playing support, I literally chose Bellica and went 9-0. So why would I play a regular support like Muriel when I'm just gonna get punched on the entire game, especially when people are running double ADCs? No, I'm gonna
Yeah,
use
this is
something like
because
Shut
this
Down.
with Overprime it's more
I just-
fast paced and they have a lot of character
Of
that
course.
can literally one shot you. Like
Right,
the
but-
first stress Tesla, it was like everybody one shot.
So Nachos, Jungle Camp is up to date as of the last playtest. We know for a fact that there's several items that have been completely changed and new items in the game that's coming out for the early access. All I can do right now is make a template and make a holdover for when early access comes out, so then I can go in and quicker like change things up, delete pages that don't exist anymore. Well, move the pages to playtest mode or whatever. Don't delete pages. You have to move them anyways. But yeah, so it's up to date as of May. Everything will be changed by Thursday. No problem, Nachos.
There's one character in Predecessor, no, not in Predecessor, in Overprime, I'm never gonna touch. And that one character is the support. And her name is FaZe. You know what they did? They changed. See, this is what I said. I said they need to find a way to make the supports that don't get that much play. Buff them, make them viable, right? Make them usable. At the end of the day, you know what they did? They changed FaZe into a mage. People are playing her mid lane. Why is she a caster now? What is that? They changed their
You
game.
just flash. I can't see show. Just
Well,
you.
Overprime is more of a
Shooter MOBA.
yeah. It's a
Then,
it's a
uh,
brawler.
You need like fixer.
Yeah.
You need fix balancing.
It's more like Overwatch than Paragon.
It does look a little too fast, and to me,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, it
Yeah.
looks like it has
The
a
funny
lot
thing
of
is-
bright flashes. So, like if you have epilepsy, I recommend maybe not that game.
The funny thing is, people say it's faster paced, and it's like, well, it's supposed to be faster paced and everything. I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to get into fights faster. That game's so fucking long. I don't know why anybody can say fast paced game. It's a
fast paced game, but long game.
That's antithetical to me. It
Yeah,
feels
but-
it feels so exhausting playing a single match and be just like, all right, we killed the team again for the 7th
Yeah.
time.
And you
Oh,
can do
eighth
no
time.
shit because they spawn in 7 seconds.
That's such a
Wow.
slow ass game.
And it's
Who spawned in 7 seconds?
The depths
No,
don't
but,
build
like,
or anything.
he's
Yeah,
he's
the-
exaggerating it. When he
It's
The
says,
all
death
OP.
timer is
Yeah.
really like short. It's short. and the TTK is super short in over Prime, but I don't think it's a bad thing because if you like those kind of game, this is for you. But if you like a League of Legends style, like you have a laning phase after its objective, and you finally have the team kill battle on Prime. But
This
See,
goes on.
your perspective is fair, and I could say that I respect the opinion that you have. At the end of the day, you're basically saying that if you like this one, this is for you. If you like this
Yeah.
one, this is for you. But this is what I will say. I don't know who said that the respawn times are too short. If anything, I would actually like to respectfully disagree because at the end of the day, this is what happens. Okay, in the early game, when it comes to the early game of OP, the respawn times are way too short. But when it comes to the end game, right, for a game that's trying to promote that fast-paced style, the developers said they want you to always be on edge, always in a fight, get straight into the action.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Why are you stuck? When you die and when you're high level, you pick up kills and it's end game, right? And you run and you kill the carrier. They're not gone out of the match for like 75 seconds. I'm like, huh? So just because they killed your main damage dealer, now it's a scenario to where they can take prime and win the game, all because of that. At the end of the day, you know what one thing that I did find that was interesting. Okay,
Go.
I haven't played Pred before, but I do have a little bit of information about it. Prime example, for junglers, there's this one item called Hunt or something like that.
Yeah.
It's the item to where like apparently like after a certain amount of HP, what's it? What am I trying to say?
I have it
You
right
like
here.
one shot the enemy or something like that.
Like
You-
an executioner.
yeah. You one shot them, but apparently I heard that there was a lot of talk about it being only max 30 stacks.
Okay, I can read through it right now if you want.
Apparently, go ahead, go for it.
Passive: deal additional damage to monsters, and if melee, heal based on damage dealt. Basic attack against monsters to regenerate mana on hit. Execute large monster under 300 plus 50 level per health. Then second passive: gain additional XP for each large monster kill. So this is jungling, but the third one is what I think you're talking about. Receive less gold from lane minion kills. This effect disables after 15 minutes. Hunt is consumed after killing 30 monsters, removing the item but granting the passives permanently.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all.
Okay.
That's all it does.
Okay.
It doesn't give any special stacks in Predecessor
Okay.
right now.
That you said 30, right?
Yeah.
So that would conclude that that hunter item is after 30 enemies. It's the max stacks or are 30, right?
30 monsters. Yeah.
Right. The max stacks are 30. Well, what if I told you the Kalari gameplay video that they posted on Predecessor a little while back. If you look if you look in the corner, if you look at the stacks, they go over 30, but the developers have never said anything about that. They buffed it. They buffed that.
They might have.
It goes.
Let 'em look
They
tougher
did
for the demo.
possibly.
I mean, I'm gonna, I'm gonna fix my fight. If I'm,
Maybe.
I
That
just
is a
wonder,
possibility.
did we know if in Predecessor we will have like in League Smite and like Summoner spell? Do we
No.
know if
There's-
we will have it?
There's summoner spells. There's a flash there. You can use it.
Yeah.
There's an item juggle that not like smites. I don't think they're gonna do that. But Overprime, I believe they will do that because every item or everything they have like League of Legends, the jungle, the dragon, the rift. They even have a rift. They can
Yeah.
use rift.
Yeah, they got it rolled.
What-
And but it's Tencent who is the
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it is inactive in the
Yeah.
trailer.
What would be a
Yeah.
summoner spell? What would that do?
Smite, Ignite, Exhaust,
League of Legends.
Heal. Yeah. Yeah, all those.
Teleport.
Do we know if they gonna
I
put
wish-
it in,
Let's continue speaking.
like do we know if they will have item that do those things or because how can you be an optimal jungler if you cannot smite?
Smite. Yes, yes, that's actually good.
What game are you talking about?
Predecessor,
Versus
predecessor,
Overprime.
predecessor, and overprime. Do we know if we will have
Any
smite as a jungler or a big heal for support or exhaust the ADC?
You talking about the
Stuff like
crests?
that.
Yeah, we have crests.
What
Yeah.
is crest?
Crests are your starting items, which you only grab one of the different types of crests, and whichever one you grab upgrades throughout various methods. It costs 400 gold at the start, and as you play through the game, it upgrades, and it basically does what you're saying. It has special abilities, like just a immediate button that smites,
Okay.
and various other things.
I honestly have to say I love the idea of the crest. It's kind of like wearing the badge of your role.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm the sheriff of this here wood.
Like in League of Legends, all support, like every support item at a certain level, they upgrade,
Upgrade.
and you have like 3 ward that you can
Yeah, you
put.
use them for something else.
But I didn't saw that in Predecessor, but
I
I
need to
saw it
change a lot.
in Overprime.
Fuck.
Yeah, Overprime is like copy the work of League of Legends right now. Everything, items, they even have an affinity edge. They're just following all the steps of League of Legends.
Yeah, they have shield bow too.
Yes, they're just following
Yeah.
League of Legends steps. Dragons, everything, Rift, Baron.
It's Tencent is behind both of those games. It's behind League and behind Overprime, so
Yeah, they're still working on it. I see they. I wish they like just remove the. movement
Tencent
speed,
has over half of the shares in NetEase or Netmarble.
hmm
Oh,
I mean,
that's
they
interesting.
took over Paragon originally.
Yep, yep,
Well,
yep.
Tencent just has all the shares in Epic.
Yeah. That's why they shut down Paragon, because
They
you
didn't.
don't want a competitor to your most epic MOBA ever released,
That's
League
not.
of Legends.
That's
And
not why they shut down Paragon, though.
No, no.
yeah, but
you have no-
Fortnite, all the Steve Irwin's backlash and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you have like my English is not as rich as I want right now to argue.
I get you.
Never mind.
I have
I
my
think
theories.
they're
I
fault.
got my, but some of the stuff you said reinforces some of my theories.
Mm.
Yep.
I believe.
What's your theory, though?
Paragon wasn't meant to succeed, really. It was more of a promotional demo for the amazing Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah.
And if you look at their budget for that moment, it's like they were putting all their promotion into the video game. And then they kind of did Fortnite, and that just blew up unexpectedly. And then they were like, "Oh, good excuse. Let's go home."
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was, and it was a brilliant game. It was all this, but it was a promotional video. They were like, "How can we create a fun game?" And they didn't worry about like, how can we make money off the video game? That's why it was so cool.
Thank you for chilling on the stream. I have to go eat, so I'm going to shut it off for now. I'm going to tell everyone in the chat that I'm leaving. But thank you for whoever was here. I'll keep streaming me building and fixing up this wiki during the week, and then hopefully everything will be ready by Thursday. So, no problem. Also, doing this gives me an excuse to build up my viewership and hopefully get affiliate. Gotta be on that grind. But thank you, Nachos.
I'll tell you how depressed I got. I played.
I gotta head out, guys.
You played Black Desert
Yes,
Online?
I did, and not for the competitiveness, not for anything, only because I could get on there and run around as a goddamn, third-person character and beat shit up with like a little sword.
Yeah.
Everyone say
Yeah.
say goodbye to
That
the
was
stream.
it. That and I made a fancy house and put flowers everywhere, but that's another story.
Everyone say goodbye to the stream. I have to go eat dinner.
Yeah,
All right, have a nice one, and
yeah,
see
take
you
care, my
on the
man.
battlefield.
And the war zone.
Bye.
Bye. You have
My-
fun, sir.
I wish we
Thank you.
are the 1st of December right now.